You walk into a mall to buy one t-shirt. 2 hours later, you're carrying 5 bags, you've eaten a burger you didn't plan to eat, and you're $200 lighter. That wasn't an accident. That was engineering. Shopping malls are not buildings full of shops. They are money machines, disguised as buildings full of shops. And here's the part that will make you look at malls differently forever. Most of the stores you shop in are barely profitable for the mall owner. The real money isn't coming from where you think. It's coming from a system so quiet, so invisible, that you've walked past it 100 times without noticing. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how a mall turns footsteps into billions, and why the next time you walk in, you'll see it as a machine, not a marketplace. Here's the first secret. Big department stores, the ones anchoring each end of the mall, often pay next to nothing in rent, sometimes as low as $1 to $4 per square foot a year. Compare that to a small shop selling shoes or phone cases in the middle of the mall. That shop can pay $40, $60, even $100 per square foot. Why the massive gap? Because the anchor store isn't a tenant, it's bait. Malls need that big recognizable name to pull thousands of people through the doors every single day. Once you're inside, walking from the parking lot to that anchor store, you pass 50 other shops. That walk is not convenience. That walk is designed. The mall loses money on the anchor on purpose because the anchor's real job is to drag your feet past everyone else. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most small stores in a mall don't just pay rent. They pay something called percentage rent. That means they pay a base amount plus a cut of everything they sell. Sell more, the mall earns more, automatically. No negotiation needed. Think about it. The mall owner isn't just a landlord anymore. They're basically a silent business partner in every single store you walk into. That coffee shop you love? The mall is taking a slice of every latte sold. That clothing brand having a sale? The mall's cut goes up too. This is why malls obsess over foot traffic data, mapping exactly where you walk, how long you stay, and which stores you enter. Every design choice, from lighting to music to layout, exists to push you towards spending more, because more spending means more rent for them. But wait, it gets worse. On top of rent, every store pays something called CAM charges, common area maintenance. This covers cleaning, security, air conditioning, even the fountain in the middle of the mall. Sounds fair, right? Except malls often charge more than the actual cost, quietly turning maintenance into another profit center. Then there's marketing fees, where stores pay into a shared pool the mall uses for advertising. Advertising that mostly promotes the mall's brand, not the individual store. Add it up. Base rent, percentage rent, CAM charges, marketing fees. A single small store might be paying 5 or 6 different bills just to keep its doors open in that building. And every one of those bills flows straight into the mall owner's pocket, whether that store makes a profit or not. Here's the part almost nobody talks about. Malls make serious money from things that have nothing to do with shopping. That parking lot? In many big malls, it's a paid revenue stream, either directly or through nearby paid structures. Those little kiosk carts selling sunglasses or phone accessories in the middle of the walkway? Those owners pay premium short-term rent, sometimes higher per square foot than actual stores, because they don't need long leases. Vending machines, ATM placements, digital ad screens, even the storage space behind the scenes, all of it gets rented out or monetized. A mall isn't one business. It's dozens of tiny businesses stacked on top of each other, and the mall owner collects from almost every layer. Now here's the twist that changes everything. Most people think a mall is owned by one company. In reality, huge shopping malls are usually owned by real estate investment trusts, massive public companies that own dozens or hundreds of malls at once. These companies collect rent from thousands of stores across the country, package that income, and pay it out to investors and shareholders. So when you buy a coffee at the mall, a tiny fraction of that money doesn't just go to the mall. it eventually lands in the pocket of someone who bought shares in a real estate company, someone who's never even visited that mall. That's the part that stings. The person profiting the most from your shopping trip probably isn't the store owner. It's an investor sitting somewhere else entirely, earning money while you're out here spending yours. So, why does this matter to you? Because every single walk through a mall is a walk through a system built to extract money from you, layer by layer, without you even feeling it. The layout, the lighting, the anchor stores, the smell of food courts placed strategically at the far end. None of it is random. It's all psychology dressed up as design. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that's actually powerful. Because the moment you understand the game, you stop playing it on autopilot. You start asking, do I actually need this? Or did the building just convince me I do? That one question can save you thousands over a lifetime. Malls aren't evil. They're just really, really good at their job. Your job is to get just as good at noticing it. Here's the truth. Shopping malls make billions not because they sell great products, but because they've mastered human behavior. Rent stacked on rent, fees stacked on fees, and psychology stacked on top of all of it. The next time you're standing in a mall, you're not just a customer. You're standing inside a finely tuned money machine, and now you know exactly how it works. If this opened your eyes even a little, imagine what happens when you learn how banks, credit cards, and subscription apps are doing the exact same thing to your money, quietly, every single month. That's exactly what we break down on this channel. Subscribe now, because the next video might just save you more money than this one did. Your smartest financial move today isn't a purchase.